Hey y'all, welcome back. Today is Sunday meal prep day and we are going to get started by making some keto pancakes today. Now this is our favorite recipe. It has very simple ingredients, so let's get to cooking. First off, you need 6 eggs and my little helper Zoe is helping me crack them into a large mixing bowl. Then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of your favorite sweetener. I'm using erythritol. 1 tablespoon of baking powder. 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And then lastly, you need a full block of softened cream cheese. And you're just going to put it right in the bowl. Now you're going to mix this up. We are using a hand mixer today, but you could put this in a blender and make blender pancakes. This is just the easiest thing for us. Now we're going to let this sit for 10 minutes and let the bubbles calm down. We're going to go ahead and spray our cute little animal pancake pan that we're using today. I'm using it over about 3 to 4 heat on my stove. You'll fill these up, and just like any other pancakes, y'all, you just look for them to get all those nice bubbles, and that's when you know when to flip. So right there, that's perfect. Now, I just have to figure out how to flip them in this terrible animal pan. It is much harder than it even looks there. But look at the brown color on those pancakes. They are going to be so delicious. Now, my kids are having these for breakfast this week. We'll put some strawberries on them one day, some blueberries on them another day. But you could put these on parchment paper and put them in the freezer and do some freezer cooking like that. And then you would just warm them up in a microwave and they would be perfect, just like frozen pancakes you buy at the store, but keto and healthy and delicious. Look at the color on those as they come out of the pan. I think they're beautiful, but you can see they're pretty thick and fluffy for a keto pancake. This is our favorite pancake recipe by far. Aren't my monkeys cute? Next, we're moving on to boiled eggs. Now, I know some of you are like, why are you meal prepping boiled eggs? Y'all, this is the most versatile keto item you can make, and we make them simply still on the stove. We just fill them up with water, put them on the stove, and let them come to a boil. Once they're boiling, I boil them for 10 minutes. Then you'll rinse them with cold water and add ice. This is the secret to make them peel easy. Now we'll go ahead and peel these in about 5 or 10 minutes. Put them in a bowl, and these will be great for breakfast, lunch, snacks. You can make a quick deviled egg, a quick egg salad. Literally, you could do anything with these throughout the week. These are the best thing to meal prep, we think. But simply peel, and then we'll drain ours on some paper towels and put them away in a bowl. And they will stay the whole week in the refrigerator, no problem at all. Now we're going to move on to Keto Coleslaw. This is our favorite recipe that we have made our own. We have taken from a lot of different recipes, and this is our favorite way to make it. It's got simple ingredients. The first one is 3/4 cup of mayo. You can literally use any kind of mayonnaise you want. We just had Kraft on hand, so that's what we used. Then we're going to put in 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. Next up is apple cider vinegar. We need 1.5 teaspoons, not tablespoons, teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. We need 2 1 tablespoon of sugar. Sorry, that was my half tablespoon measure. And then we're gonna put some celery seed, some salt, and some pepper. And you just mix this all together till it's well combined. Go ahead and give it a taste when you get done and make sure that it's sweet enough for you or tart enough for you. You can always add more sweetener or more apple cider vinegar. I'm using this bagged coleslaw from Kroger, and I'm just gonna do it in layers. I put 1 layer on the bottom, then I will put some coleslaw dressing on it. I will stir it up, and I will chop up the bigger pieces of coleslaw with my spatula as I'm going, because sometimes they are bigger. And then I just repeat. Mine took about 4 layers today to get it all mixed up. And you'll pop this in the refrigerator. Let it sit overnight at least. It will be better the next day. So much better. We're gonna have this tomorrow with some pulled pork. Doesn't that look delicious? Now, speaking of pulled pork, we're gonna be using the Tennessee dry rub out of the Southern Keto Cookbook. If you do not have Natasha Newton's cookbook by now, what are you waiting for, people? Go out and get it. It is amazing. It has great, simple Southern recipes, and we absolutely love this pulled pork one. Now, we use this because on Mondays we do a crock pot meal, and so we mix up this dry rub, and we will put it on a pulled pork and put it, on a pork loin from, we get ours from Sam's, and we cut it in half. So a full pork loin is about $10 at Sam's. We cut it in half. This will actually make 2 days worth of meals out of it for us. So it is so simple. You just mix up the dry rub, and then once it's all well combined, you're gonna put your pork loin in a Pyrex, put some mustard on it. That's gonna be your glue that holds it on. Put your dry rub on it. Now you're gonna do that on both sides, front and back. And tomorrow, we'll put this in the refrigerator overnight tonight. And tomorrow, just put it in a crock pot on low for 8 hours and then shred it. It is heavenly, just the way it is. Now, lastly, hubby requested some Chaffles. This time I am making them with cream cheese and coconut flour. I'm so excited. Now, okay, we're gonna make some maple syrup chaffles or chawaffles or whatever you wanna call them. This is my favorite recipe, and we're gonna have it. It tastes like a McGriddle, and we are gonna have it for breakfast sandwiches this week. You're gonna need a half a block of cream cheese. I put it in the microwave for 15 seconds and softened it. To that, you're gonna add 4 room temperature eggs. Okay, now we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of coconut flour. Remember, my kids are allergic to almond flour, so we only use coconut flour. And then we're gonna add some maple syrup. I started off by adding 2 tablespoons, but I added 2 more tablespoons to the mixture. So 4 tablespoons of maple syrup. You can kind of adjust that to how sweet or mapley you want it. And then I put 1 tablespoon of my erythritol sweetener. And you just mix this up. Once you have that cream cheese softened, this will mix up by hand so well. And it actually looks like a real waffle batter to me. Like an old school buttermilk waffle batter. Now, heat up your waffle iron to whichever kind you use. I have a big one. If you had a mini one, this would probably make 6 to 7. If you had the little mini dash, this makes about 3.5 in my large one. You just make sure you don't overfill it and let it cook. Mine took about 4 to 5 minutes, and then they came out golden brown. Just put them on a wire rack. As they cool, It helps them stay more crunchy and waffle-like. Now, in the morning, you can put these back in the toaster or in the microwave with some butter. And like I said, we're gonna make sandwiches out of them with eggs and bacon, and it's gonna be delicious. Look how brown those